Welcome, everybody, to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just...
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking. Probably in a section where you're not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look. Purse, disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta play my...
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. This one fielded at the 5. And look at this. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Nah. Oh.
And his kick is no good.
Oh, it's not much connection, though.
Kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Yeah, right now,
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away.
It's still in.
Fumble return.
This
one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Man, that was sitting there fun to open the kickoff like that, though.
Don't happen too often.
Taking it back there when I seen my mama cry.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he stays up.
Oh.
Flush to his right.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Giants.
Bro, get the fuck out of here, man.
So many wide receivers. He is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here.
Dog, make the fucking sack, bro. We got the field, man. Yeah, we give him a fucking touchdown. This shit's so trash, man. Come on, make the fucking sack, man. You're trash ass.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown.
That's crazy, dog.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone.
It's so trash, dog. I don't know what's wrong, man. That shit trash as shit.
They get a quick first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big
late in the season type shit.
Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. These two teams in that earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are looking for
on the right play once every 2 plays.
On first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Meredith. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
You said what?
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott.
I'm gonna get a fucking stop right here. Should've got one last drive. Give me a check. Huh? On that, the sack he broke.
For a touchback.
Yeah.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because
Put me on. Why is that? Let me click. Yo, what the fuck is going on, yo?
A big play there for the Giants.
Bro.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they put field position there? A nice attacking play.
Oh my God, bro.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open target here, Darius Slade.
They did not let me click on the nigga, bro. They said that was an easy pick.
Before going out. And the offense on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on this good position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go.
Come on, man. This nigga did not score right here, man. Nigga threw me two. We just got 2 stops and they got down, man. He did not get nothing more than 3 right here. Matter of fact, I want the pick, bro. Yo, what is this?
And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And that'll set them back 5.
That's crazy, dog.
Now Jones.
Oh, you can see the lad.
Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Oh, you see the lad though.
He couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you.
That's crazy, dog. What's going on, man? That's what the pick.
Last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones looking for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
No, this shit ain't got no, I ain't got no good motion right now,
for the
bro.
Giants field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't
Shit
convert.
pissing me off with this
The Eagles
versatile,
offense set to begin their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Aziz Ojulari there on the tackle.
Taking on.
To throw on second down. Meredith. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep both the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
It's a flag, man. Who's holding, man?
He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
He trash out. He got hurt too. Trash out. How you holding and get hurt?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you get a tight end who can run, you got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, I don't feel way better than hurt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with
I know what
something
he can
here on
right
third
there.
down.
Come close. Come on. Right there, come close. Let's see on the second drive. Monte cook that nigga if he ain't straighten that. No, why is he doing it?
Operating from the gun, Meredith.
Oh my God, Lawson though, yeah.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the
side
judge.
right there,
And that's good enough for a first down. He's such
Yeah,
a good
DB
route
there
runner,
like
shows
that,
it
just
there
getting
on
on
third
with
down.
some.
Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the first down.
76 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Milestone.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get these milestone jumps from them.
From the 4, this is second down and 1. Back to throw. Meredith. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Oh, messed up. You said what?
Elliott good on the extra point.
Yeah.
And the lead now stands at 13.
Yeah.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Damn, I seen my mama crying.
And this will be a touchback as that sails.
Yeah, you can tell, you can see me. I ain't know where I smoked that.
You was up all night, nigga. You had 2 blacks.
I had 3.
You must have seen 2 in the floor.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better too.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. As he
he had COVID and shit. He hadn't been playing and shit. He used to be right there in the play. He usually win about 10 games a year, though. He be right there in the running.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like the computer break down.
Nah, yeah, he just ain't playing June.
Jones. He's going to air one out.
Yeah, you have to take care of it,
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Jones on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down.
Like any defense, you never want to let get anything started. And that would have been a first down.
Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It was a punt of 32 yards.
We split.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
We split.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have.
But I hate that dive and shit, bro. I don't think they're gonna let them niggas cover that much ground on no fucking dive, my nigga. You string kind of right.
That nature, he said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Just a gain of a yard there now.
Wait, why they don't?
Just not a whole lot of room.
Yeah, bro, it's a.
No, not
I should move it slow, bro.
Nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
My voice lagging.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Looking to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds.
I don't know what's going on with my connection, bro.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
First and foremost, this is all about vision.
Nah, niggas just so spread out. You look at them goddamn, all these receivers I got. They're running back fit perfect for me this year. It was a perfect year to build them when I got Tyreek for real. Yeah, nigga goddamn, they gonna put DBs on the field. Pretty sure most niggas tell niggas over the top. That's gonna kill the run right there every time. And that's gonna run kill that every time.
Ready to begin their next drive. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the
I'll be glad to go to this game already. I'll be glad to go to this game already.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Bro, the ball was hit. He got hit when he threw the ball, bro. I'm coming back to the ball. Like,
position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 44.
so good.
Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram.
Okay.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Able to get away.
Yo!
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded. And
Cologne.
they're going to get him on the ground and get the sack.
Tell you what. tell you to fuck with.
He's able to elude that.
He ain't about to be benched. He benched already. I'm not planning to do any run that shit again,
Absorbing
man.
the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This
Why
will
he
be
still on my
3rd and
field?
6. Looking to throw. Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just
Get off my field, bro.
a big connection on that one. 30 yards. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on to join the NFL.
Jones throw here taking.
Man, I mean, Cox, get your fucking Wi-Fi right, man.
Shy of the 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Hold it, man. Bring this shit back.
Maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back.
These niggas tired as fuck, man.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Tony. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Bro.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
Bro.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Why is it?
Picked off inside.
It's making me do shit I'm not doing, bro. It's...
20 to the 19-yard line.
God damn. Yo, count your motherfucking days, dog. I'll keep paying y'all for this. Man, bro. Hey, Mike.
Later this weekend.
Yo.
How bad my shit cutting out, bro?
Taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Not like a motherfucker.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Meredith. And going deep for Hill.
Yes, I threw the ball.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this
Shit
kind
pissing me
of a
off, though.
lead,
My
you
foot.
start playing
This shit not flowing at all, bro.
and they took that opportunity
Should
right there
reset
to be
my shit
extremely
before I play
physical
this game,
and force
for
that
real.
incompletion.
On 3rd down, Meredith. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
Come on, man. I'm not able to do this shit, dog.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And that's
that was in front of him. How's that pass interference, bro?
Have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Yo.
Looking to throw. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. Yeah, that's good.
Might be that nigga lagging, yo, for real.
2nd down.
Lagging to it, say your opponent,
They
dude.
would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I didn't mean to pick
So the completion good for just 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
what I just picked. I'm not getting no motion, though.
They'll look to throw again.
How motion I'm getting right now is so crazy, dog.
That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And Gano's kick is right
Fuck the
through.
motion I'm getting right now is sick,
The
man,
deficit
dog.
from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put
God, man, I swear to God, if we won at halftime, bro, I should have been for this game again.
But they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
You thought it down, yo?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. On 1st down, Meredith escaping the pressure right. And now this. Picked off at the 48. And he will be brought down on what will be the
You wouldn't even ready to throw the ball, bro. Huh?
So we've come upon
You gotta go.
halftime here in week 17. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Can't even pick none. Shit, the way this shit lagging, nigga, I might fuck around. Huh? Earlier today. They were talking about, I think, cooking some shit or something later. I think they were talking about cooking or something later.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Meredith. He's got Smith here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
It's like air flow and fucking motion radio.
Back to throw. Meredith. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Philly.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 133 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Looking to throw. Meredith. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Goddamn connection, man.
Out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And some room to run now. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott Good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Derrick Henry ain't say he's back, is he?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Going up top. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st and 10, Meredith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Meredith. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Back to throw. Meredith. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone.
Oh, my
God. Get their feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
19, Tiger.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Nifty move. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Jones on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This one fielded at the 5. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Meredith airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And going deep for Hill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down. Jones.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 times. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's caught by Galladay.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw again, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 24.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives. Move.
Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. Into the end zone. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?